That's the key that I'm looking for.
Okay.
And the key is, you know good money from bad money.
Separation.
Once again, those magnets attract, detract.
Okay.
You said one hand washes the other, one hand washes the other, but both hands wash the face, which means the vision is clear.
Correct.
So what is the vision of Get It Done? Because you said you are apparel, and apparel's dope. That means you're a hood superhero. Everybody knows Superman for the S.
Yeah.
You know Batman for the bat.
Yeah.
They know Heritage Hip Hop from New Jersey inside of hip hop. They know Get It Done from
me. Get It Done. And so what Get It Done is, we want to help build people up, show people the way to create generational wealth. You know, not just by purchasing a t-shirt, because every day is something that we do to accomplish something, and getting it done is accomplishments. Whether it takes time, whether it could take a week, 2 weeks, a year, you never know how long it takes, but you still have to keep grinding to make sure that it gets done. And that's what I spread to everybody. Just how we sit in here, you're interviewing me, you're getting your job done. You're accomplishing something. Not only am I helping you, you're helping me as well. And some people fail to realize that, and we're here to bring that recollection back to people. That's how I feel like I grew up when I was younger. We helped. True.
Cooperation is the key element of generational wealth. Define generational wealth and how the lack of competition makes it better or makes it able to be done.
The lack of competition?
Yeah, how does that build generational wealth?
If we stop competing with each other, we could build more. Like, just for instance, if you have a Chinese food store here, a Chinese food store across the street, they're competing against each other for what? I don't get it. Whether, or you can even go to downtown North, you have all these clothing stores. Some clothing stores will tell you, don't go here. Why? Because of the simple fact is, when that person goes there and say they don't find something in the next store, that employee or that owner can say, hey, go to my people's here. He definitely have it for you. He can help you. You know, and that's across anything. It just comes down to mental health. You know, mental health is a big thing, and people don't realize it. Just a simple hello will help build from there.
I'm gonna backtrack off of mental health for a second and go back to the competition aspect of it, because I want to ask you this and to see what you think about this.
Okay.
Every year the fast food chains have a convention. We got Comic Cons,
Okay.
we got Fast Food Con.
I'm not 100% on that, but okay.
Well, you can look it up.
Yeah.
And what they do is they actually share what they're going to do for the year.
Okay.
How like a football team, break, and then they count their dividends at the end of the year. So McDonald's is the king of fast food, but you got Burger King, you got 30 burgers, you got IHOP made burgers. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's that many cows personally, but they all make burgers. You see what I'm saying? And they will tell you ours is 100% beef, while White Castle will tell you we cook kangaroo pouch and y'all still gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? So just the simple fact, they don't beef. They have set their standard, their brand, and then they just go out and market and then come together to share what they've done. That type of business structure has effectively not only taught us bad eating habits, but has successfully made the FDA, the hospitals, and the doctors rich beyond belief, because we fell for the trap. But the trap was like-minded collective. Who do you invite in your collective to make your brand better? And what is the goal of your collective? Because you said financially, you want to do literacy, you want to build a community and everything. Break it down for me so I can see it as well as believe it.
So who do I invite? I invite like-minded people, as you said. If I want to go into like specific industries,
Why not?
real estate individuals, as long as they're doing good. Like it has to be a positive vibe. in order for us to move forward in any type of business, you know, whether it's real estate, construction, production, some type of production, I need to see some type of positive growth. I need to understand and believe the message that you're telling me, you know, and that all starts at the beginning. If I can't go and look at your foundation and say, yes, you start from here, I've seen you progress to this, I can work with you. Or you started off bad and I see your track record is getting better and better. That's showing me that you actually learn from your mistakes and you're trying to, you know, better yourself. And I just like working with great people, great-minded people, people who love to encourage each other, promote each other, because without the promotion, nobody would be nowhere.
So then, what defines the greatness that you see? If we put it out there, so if somebody comes to you, Mr. Najee, I see what you're doing, I want to work with you or work for you, how are you going to measure their greatness and how do you define it?
The ambition. The ambition, how much they want it, the drive. Like, I'm one for saying, I want to do this by X, Y, and Z, and I want to do it with you in this type of business situation. Can you accomplish this? I'll make sure I take care of my end, but if you can't take care of your end, it kind of diminishes the value of how much I started off valuing. Like, you don't value human life necessarily, you don't value an individual, but you value their craft.
I respect that.
And because once you value the craft, you start to respect the individual or the individuals who are, you know, putting together whatever the situation is at the time.
I respect that. So that goes back to generational.
Yeah.
'Cause like I said, as being a father, that's one of the jobs of an entrepreneur, because you got to make it happen.
Yeah.
Parenthood is a job that people don't really talk about.
Yeah.
And it's not who you work for, it's what you do, which is entrepreneurial spirit. And then by teaching your children that, you have children?
Yes.
Okay, how many you have?
I have.
Congratulations to you first, by far. But how many children do you have? If you don't mind.
Okay. I have. You gotta have me count that, man.
Okay. Well, let's just say it's more than one.
Exactly.
That's more than one. That's more than one entity. Okay. That's more than one entity. The funniest thing about children and generations is you're building. When you look
4.
at.
I'm not gonna let that go on camera without me saying anything. 4.
Okay.
There you go.
Now, whenever you build generational wealth, you don't start with your children. You start with either your children's children or your children's children's children. So what you build is not for your child, it's for your child's offspring. Anybody?
I'll take one.
Water provided by Heritage Hip Hop. So you're building not for your children, but for your children's children or your children's children's children, offhand. The funniest thing about children is they all come from a spectacular place called the spirit, and none of them have the same personality. So your child may look at what you want to do, get inspired, and want to do something different. From the lessons you took from your father to bring you into manhood, what are you ready and giving to them to show them that you're ready to stand behind them in whatever they do?
Just support, like for NJ, you know, for Get It Done, how it all started. I came up with the wording. Didn't know what the next step, what I wanted to do. Specifically, I know I wanted to put it on a piece of clothing, but I had to make sure the design looks right. Had to make sure the colors look right. This is the brand, this is the logo. Like, this is what we stick with. We're gonna branch out to more colors, but this is the home color.
Blue?
Yes.
Shout out to blue. That's what's up.
My daughter, she seen me working. Oh, Daddy, I don't like that. I forgot what color I had up there. Daddy, I don't like that. I said, okay. What do you want to do? She started designing the lines. Okay, now you got 2 black lines on. Let's make it work more. Put a color up there. She said, no, Daddy, change to this. And like, by me doing that and seeing her interest, I'm pouring into her and teaching her. Even though I'm navigating a computer, she's a part of the process of what is being created.
Facts.
And, you know,
So shout out to JIA. You know, thank you for helping me create the colors and the lines, the whole brand. But I feel like for this one, it's the colors that catch people a lot. Not only just the wording, the colors and the way it's structured.
One failure most parents do is they put their expectations on their children. So if I don't like football, damn it, you gonna play football.
Oh, no.
And one of my world famous stories, have you ever heard of, I forgot his name. No, Tom Marinovich. You ever heard of him?
No.
Tom Marinovich was a quarterback for USC.
Okay.
And his father engineered him to be a quarterback.
Okay.
Now, you know when you say engineering, you mean he created him. So what he did was, to make his son special, he tied his right arm to his body, knowing his son was right-handed, and made him learn to throw a football left-handed.
Okay.
So he made him a left-handed quarterback.
Okay.
Tom Marinovich did not like football. In the end, he went crazy, which goes back to mental health. See how I turn anything full circle? It went back to mental health because he beat his son down by not getting into his son. He made his son get into his dreams. With these children, these 4 blessings that you have, it's going to take a time for patience to really get to know them and the understanding of their dream. What is the fulfillment as a father to see your child grow, and as an entrepreneur, a father entrepreneur, to see your child grow and be determined, goal-driven, and not be lost in what should I do?
Just stick by them. You can introduce them to what you like or what your passion is, but you have to, if my daughter says to me down the line, Daddy, I don't want to go into apparel, or I don't want to go into clothing, I'm not going to force my daughter to say, no, you have to do it, we started this. I'm going to allow her to branch off. She could say, hey, I want to do dancing. I'm all for it. Let's take your branding. If we can't take your branding, you want to start something independent, I'm all for it. It's just, obviously you want to kind of your children to have some trace of you, but at the end of the day, if you think about it, they actually have that trace because they're hustling for what they want, and that's exactly what we're doing in this instance right now. We're trying to create that path for them. That way they have multiple options. It's not just about playing football or playing basketball or just wrestling, whatever I'm into. No, I need to dive into what you want, whether it's, reading or whatever the case is, writing. That's
what it is.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit, whatever my baby wants.
Yeah, pretty much.